been a while since I've done a tutorial video, but I thought this was particularly important because I just learned how to save myself a lot of time in doing this procedure. The idea here is I am taking my 20-minute or longer videos and which have segments, and I need to divide them into individual songs, some of which are only 2 minutes long or so. And that's not a hard process, but I was wasting a lot of time because I didn't know how to do it efficiently. And now that I do, I thought I would share my procedure with you. So the idea here is we are going to split the songs into individual ones, so and then export them individually. So I've imported the 20-minute track, and it's I've already done the first one, so I'm going to skip that. And basically I'm picking the segments. Let's bring the magnifying glass down to the shortest point, so you can see all the ones I'm going to divide, each song I want to divide. I've already done the first one here, so that was the moment in which I decided I need to do a video on this. So since I've exported that one, I'm going to highlight it and then cut it out. So that one's gone. By the way, as this gets smaller, the Shotcut becomes more efficient because it does, newer versions handle longer files better, but the shorter files tend to work more efficiently. So the shorter it gets, the better off you're going to be for it. So anyway, I go to the now that I've cut that one out, let me expand this a little bit. My next song is rather short. It goes from there to there. It's only a minute long. So I go up to the minute section where the silence is, and I already know that that's where I cut it. I don't need to listen to it, so I'm going to cut there and get the counter to that spot and split it playhead, which I just did. Now this is the song I want to keep. The rest of it I'm going to save for later. But by saving it the way I'm going to save it for later is highlight it and then cut it so that later I'll undo it and bring it back. Now you can listen to the end to make sure you haven't trailed it off or put an audio fade out there. More important to me is the beginning, because you want about a 2 or 3 second lead in. And so if I bring the counter to the very beginning here and then play it for a second, we'll see the lead-in time right there, and until the music begins. So we'll start. Okay, it's starting a little bit before 2 seconds, so I'm going to push the whole thing over, and to do that I highlight it and drag it over, so I give it a little lead-in time. And here it's going to start now at 3 seconds. That's acceptable. So now I have the song ready for export, and under export I've already got Matroska and FLAC, which is what I use, and I'm going to export that and name it here. Let's see, 689, and of course name it MKV for the Matroska FLAC, and save that. Now it's exporting. There's the first job I did before I began this video. Now it's starting the next job. So you can have all these jobs lined up, and they're pending, so it can go fast. You don't have to sit and wait for it to finish and then start the next one. You'll save yourself an enormous amount of time doing that. So getting back to the timeline, now I'm exporting that song, and I can manipulate this however I want. The export will still work, and so I want to get to the next song. To get to the next song, I undo the delete. Well, actually what I'll undo is the last procedure I did, which was bringing that over. So when I hit undo the first time, it's going to bring that back. Now the second time I hit undo, it's going to bring back what I deleted over there. Okay. Now that I've got the whole track back, Let me bring the magnifying glass down to show you, just for the sake of completeness here. Some people complain I spend too much time elaborating, but elaboration makes things clear. Now that's the song I just did, and I'm going to delete that. It's highlighted with the red, so get the scissors out. It's deleted. Now I'm ready for the next song, and bring the magnification up a little bit, and I will probably be able to find the end of the next song where the music trails off to nothing over here. And so I do the same procedure all over again. I will go bring the counter over here, split it playhead, delete that, and then export this new song, give it the MKV file and name it, and then undo the deletion of that, and then delete this one. So you go one song at a time down the row until you've done the entire 20-minute segment, and it goes a little bit faster as you go along because you've got less left. You're deleting each song as you go on, and it's a shorter file. And you will have, with the jobs, if you do it quickly, which you can do, you will have a whole list of jobs pending here, and then you can go take your coffee break while the computer finishes dividing all the songs. So that's what I wanted to briefly show you. It's a very efficient procedure for dividing songs. I turn my 20-minute segment of 2-minute songs into 10 files. They're already coming up over here. Thank you.